Now, it's been a while since Snippy has come out and talked anything about silver, some news about silver. Why? Because nothing has been happening with silver. Moves up, push back down. Oh, there it goes, push back down. Oh, it's past almost 17, oh, back down. But Ted Butler, he's paying attention. Old Ted, And he says, this is from Peak Prosperity, but it's also Zero Hedge is covering it. Precious metals analyst Ted Butler returns to the podcast. Let me get that out of the way over here. Whoops. Pardon me. Let me back up. Here we go. Precious metals analyst Ted Butler returns to the podcast this week to discuss the long-suffering silver price. Will the beatings continue, or is there finally reason to believe that after 7 painful years of languishing, silver might finally see a brighter future? Butler predicts a turning point is nigh, and ironically, he thinks silver's savior will be the same culprit responsible for keeping the price suppressed for all these years. Yes, I can already see it. JP Morgan's in here about 400 times, so let's just see what they have to say. Every time, this is what he said, every time we've had a rally in the past last 10 years, ever since JP Morgan took over the investment bank Bear Stearns, JP Morgan has added aggressively to its paper short division on the COMEX as speculators, technical funds, and what have you come in to chase rallies higher. JP Morgan has always been the seller of last resort, and they sell whatever is required to satisfy all buying. And ultimately, after that buying is satisfied, the prices roll over and come back down. This is the wash, rinse, and repeat cycle that many people have become aware of. JP Morgan adding short positions has stopped every rally in silver and gold, for that matter, over the last 10 years. JP Morgan never sells on the way down. They only sell and add short positions on the way up. So the manipulation, in essence, takes place on the rally. And when JP Morgan adds short positions, once they're done selling and the buyers are done buying, the price stops going up and people turn to sell. That's when JP Morgan rings the cash register and buys back all the shorts that they've added at lower prices than where they've sold, meaning they always make a profit. JP Morgan has never taken a loss in 10 years when adding short positions in silver like I just described. They've only made profits to varying degrees, but never a loss. This is the essence of the manipulation. When is their stranglehold of paper control on the price of silver ever going to break? The answer to that important question gives me tremendous reasons for optimism. In fact, it's the mirror image of the pessimism that is naturally generated by these prices that do nothing but go down for no legitimately explainable reason. JP Morgan, by virtue of its giant physical silver holdings now, has positioned itself and may be done positioning itself. We won't know that until after the fact. But the same causes that have driven prices down in a bewildering, unexplained fashion are going to cause those prices to explode, he thinks. The thing that's going to cause that explosion when it occurs, while I can't tell you when it's going to occur, I can tell you it will occur. The linchpin to that is that one of these days, and I think real soon actually, JP Morgan is not going to add to their silver short positions as they have on every single rally over the last 10 years. If they don't add to short positions and cap and control the price of silver is going to explode. There's really getting to be very little reason for JP Morgan to add to short positions in the near future. They're positioning perfectly. They've been buying back as many short positions as they can, paper short positions as they can on this decline. It's all in the CFTC commitment of traders documentation. They reached a critical point where they can't really buy anymore because there are no sellers on the other side. When prices start to turn up and all the technical funds and managed money traders that have been selling so aggressively just because prices have been going down, these same traders will start to buy simply because prices are going up. If JP Morgan doesn't add short positions, silver will explode in price. If you put a paper to pencil and start to calculate how much JP Morgan will make on a significant price rally, just multiply 700 million ounces by $1 for every for by $1 for every dollar that the prices may go up. If silver runs up to $100 an ounce, and I don't see any problem with that, he says, that will mean JP Morgan stands to make $75 billion. That's serious money, and that's the only reason that they're in this. They're not in this to control the world or enslave us all, to save the dollar, or anything like that. JP Morgan is in this to make a buck, and they're going to make the biggest buck ever when silver and gold take off to the upside. Click the play button to listen to Chris's interview with Ted Butler, 43 minutes long. I will link this video, this article with the Zero Hedge at the bottom. There's a clip, YouTube clip with him. I'm going to just say, though, where he says they're not in this to control the world or enslave us all, or this part right here, to save the dollar or anything like that. They're here to make money. They've had a lot of silver for a long time now, physical. They could have let it run up a long time ago and got their money. Why are they waiting? I do believe they're in it with the government. Again, the government loves to use a private party so that if anything bad happens, the private party takes the fall. And believe me, they'll get the little slap on the wrist, barely. They'll pay a fine. Oh, it's the biggest fine. Breaking news, biggest fine ever paid. How much was it? $500 million fine. Oh my God, $500 million? How much did they make over the last 10 years shorting and manipulating? Oh, $10, $12 billion. I'm just going to make that number up just for purpose of this argument. Oh, so they made 10 to 12 billion. Half of a billion is their, get out of jail free card payment they have to get. So 12 billion becomes 11.5. 10 billion becomes 9.5. Oh man, numbers are looking real bad there, Jamie Dimon. Lost half a bill, bro. What happened? Well, we made 9.5. We made 10 minus that 9.5. Oh. So I do believe they're involved. We don't want anything that competes with the dollar, period. And gold absolutely competes with the dollar. Now, the good news here for me, Donald Trump is a gold-friendly dude. And I do believe we may be back in our currency at some point by gold and or silver. But it won't matter if it's not silver. All they got to do is do it by gold. And hello, thank you. Price is going to go up. So, anyway, just want to share that with you. Ted Butler, he thinks that they're going to run it up at some point in the not too distant future. Again, we've been waiting years. 10 years. 2008, I got cleaned out on my little futures contract. It's been 10 years. And I think about that. Holy crap. I'm getting older. Getting older, so much older. I know what Snippy can do. Come on, Jamie or JP Morgan. Let's see what you can do. Come on, let silver run. It hurts so good. Come on, Diamond, make it hurt so good. That was awful, but I'm not editing this video to just remove that. Just take it for the team and be on with it. Be on with ourselves, all right? Move along. Take care.